So the next step is to put the pin receptacles in. Now these come in from the other side, and what we're going to do is just going to pop them in their holes first of all, and I'll show you the trick to get these done nicely. So we just put one in each hole, they just drop in. There we go, there's the first 9. And then the trick is we get a little piece of cardboard with some tape on it, and we're just going to tape it down so they stay in place. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a little blob of solder paste on the bottom of each contact. Doesn't have to be much, because it flows down in between the receptacle and the socket, which is a tight fit, and fills it very, very quickly. You just have to give it enough heat so it flows properly, but you'll see it flowing around. Okay, if you put pressure down on there, it'll make sure that they stay exactly in place. So it's 3, and there's 9 to do on each socket. And what we're going to do, we're going to do the next 3. So 1, 2, 3, maybe a bit more on that one. There we go. And we'll put the pressure down to keep them aligned, and you'll see it flow around the base of the pin. It's quite satisfying. Sometimes it looks like it's not a good fit, but you'll soon figure out what a good fit is and what a good fit needs to look like. The main thing is you need to see the solder paste flow around the base of the joint. Doesn't matter if you put quite a lot of solder on here. And that is it. Beautifully soldered pin receptacles. There we go. So I'll do the rest on fast forward. Okay, just to show that it's also quite possible to do it just with plain solder. So you don't need solder paste to do this. Works just as well with solder. Exactly the same principle. Get it hot enough so that it flows, and then Just a little dab of solder. For this, it's best to have quite a hot iron. In fact, I'm going to give mine a bit more heat. I just prefer the solder paste, though. I find it gives a cleaner result. Okay. Just as good. It's not going anywhere. So. One thing to remember here is do not put the pins on the legs of the tubes to try and use them as a guide, as a jig. You'll find that if you do that, you're actually going to solder the pins onto the legs, and that's not what you want. The pins are tinned, and heating them up will make the tinning flow, on the DA2000 at least. Maybe with others it's not, but on the DA2000 for here, you'll find that you're just going to solder the legs to the pins, to the receptacles, which is exactly the opposite of the effect you want, right? Just to clean up, and we're good to go. So for cleaning, I just use alcohol and a toothbrush and some absorbent paper. And all we're going to do is give it a scrub. And then just wipe it off. Okay, a couple more. And after this, everything should all still work. That would be a bonus, huh? So, controller back in, power on, and we're all good. Of course, what I forgot to do was to clean up the USB connector. You can also give that a good scrub. Flux shouldn't be a problem around here, but you know, we're always better off without it.